Now that we've collected all the raw information, we move into Phase 4, processing and organization. This is the stage where everything starts to make sense. Up to now, we've been gathering pieces, interviews, documents, logs, digital evidence, and they're all sitting there in a big, messy pile. Processing and organization is where we clean that pile up, structure it, and get it ready for real analysis. It's the bridge between collection and interpretation, and it's absolutely critical if we want our findings to be accurate and defensible. Let's break down what happens in this phase. First, we refine and filter the information. Basically, we clean it. The goal here is to reduce the volume of data so we can focus on what actually matters. We start with deduplication and aggregation. If we have multiple copies of the same email or repeated log entries, we collapse them into one. In network forensics, this is called event aggregation. Instead of drowning in hundreds of identical events, we keep one clean entry. Then we filter out irrelevant data. For example, if we're reviewing firewall logs, most of what we see is routine traffic noise. We apply filters to isolate only the suspicious activity, and sometimes we use data reduction techniques, compressing or combining similar events so they can be sent to a correlation engine for deeper analysis. Once the data is cleaned, we normalize and standardize it. Information comes in from all kinds of sources: handwritten notes, different email platforms, various log formats, and none of it matches. Normalization means reformatting everything into one consistent format so it can be compared and analyzed properly. We also use standard naming conventions so anyone on the team can find and understand the files later. And we follow SOPs, documented quality control procedures, to make sure everything we do is consistent, repeatable, and able to withstand legal scrutiny. Next, we structure and catalog the information. This is where the case file comes in. Whether it's a physical binder or an electronic folder, the case file is the backbone of organization. It usually includes sections for correspondence, notes, witness statements, evidence, and special reports. We also use bait stamping or tagging to give each piece of evidence a unique identifier. And we create an index that describes each item and records: where it came from, who provided it, when it was obtained, and how it was collected. After that, we prepare the information for analysis. This is where we start building tools that help us visualize relationships. We create timelines using timestamps from emails, access logs, and witness accounts. Timelines help us see patterns and test whether statements make sense. We also build link and relationship maps connecting people, vendors, addresses, bank accounts, or anything else that might reveal hidden relationships. And then we use all of this structured information to build our working hypotheses. We lay out multiple possible explanations and prepare to test them. The idea is to chisel away at each hypothesis until only the most likely scenario remains. Finally, we document any obstacles we encountered during collection or processing. Maybe a witness refused to cooperate. Maybe a hard drive was damaged. Maybe certain records were unavailable. Recording these issues is important because it shows transparency and protects the integrity of the final report. So that's Phase 4. It's not glamorous, but it's one of the most important parts of the investigation. When we process and organize information properly, we set ourselves up for clear analysis, strong conclusions, and a defensible final report.